You gonna say something?
No, I thought you were gonna start it.
Hey, we're live. It's Wednesday. Wednesday. We got wedded on a Wednesday. We met on a Wednesday. I was born on a Wednesday. We do our podcast on a Wednesday. How you doing, CT?
I'm all right, Tanjareen. How are you?
I am fantastic. Look at the people who were in here before we even came in. This was 4 hours ago. Keena Keen said we ready. Team Tanjareen, Team Reen. Jordan Taylor said this is going to be huge. Andrea Lilly was in here a couple minutes ago. Autumn Reed says start slow clapping in anticipation. Start slow clapping in anticipation. Capital letters. It's almost time. I like that enthusiasm. Shattered Dreams is in here ready. Autumn Reed says CT and Queen Tanjareen. Latasha Luxuries is in here. I'm excited. Okay, my hair's not in place, but whatever. We're going to pretend that it's all working out.
It is in place. It looks great.
Oh, thank you, baby. That's how you stay around. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 47 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with Tanjareen and CT. This is about relationships, married, dating, separated. Maybe you're divorced and you want to give us some advice so that we can stay together. We're here to help you and hope that you help us as we all have a good time. It's interactive, so your comment can end up on the screen like Lexi Lexus that says, hey, Tanjareen and CT. Go ahead and...
Lexi Lex.
And Green Ranger. Go ahead and leave...
Ranger, my game.
Go ahead and leave a positive emoji underneath this because we're broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube at the same damn time. So, you know, the heart emoji, click the like button, share it, tag some people. Let me know if you're married, single, divorced, or separated by putting the capital initials to those. Separated is SP. If you're widowed, I'm sorry. That's a capital W. I see the hearts going up over here. Thank you. Thank you. What up, T-Hog? Let's see. If you have a question about relationships, and we're only talking about relationships, don't ask us when we're coming to your city to do comedy. If you have a question about relationships, put it in the chat. We'll start. We'll get back to it. And later in the show, we'll give you an opportunity to get on camera with us to ask questions. We'd love to hear some recaps and updates about some of you who've already been on camera. And we're going to talk about some funny relationship memes later. Let's do the theme song. Are you ready, baby?
Yes.
Oh, I love that enthusiasm. Here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Marriage go round. Marriage go round. Tanjareen and CT's marriage go round. This is married things and things are rock. Married things and things are rock. The real relationship podcast. Blocka, blocka, blocka. Pew, 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 pew.
That was great. You
Oh,
did
yeah?
the shoulders, you did the neck, you turned the side. Thank you, baby. You trying to fix my hair?
Yeah, I'm trying to get something off your face.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I got it.
Appreciate you. That was great. My baby gets better every single week.
Let's get that out the way.
OMFG,
Let's do it.
Tanjareen. What's up, Cuzzy Jr.? Never gets old. I appreciate that, Jordan Taylor. So let me do a quick recap what I've been up to.
What you been up to?
Since last week. I can't remember much except for the fact that the BET Awards came on Sunday. We had a little get together, a small intimate gathering of about 27 of our closest friends.
We had 27 close friends here. I don't know if we could say of because, you know, there are certain close friends that weren't here and I don't want them to think they're not in the top 27.
Yeah, I said 27 of our closest friends, not all of our 27 close friends.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah. So you posted a video today.
Oh, is that what we've been? What have you been up to since? Anyway, I don't know how y'all felt about the BET Awards, but we had a good time just watching it with our friends, chilling. It was fun. We were dancing. Wait till I post some of these clips, you guys. People were on the pole. We were twerking. We were on the roof. People were having. We had our friend Dean Will cater it. We hired him to make burgers. He loved the burgers. He made
best burger I had in my life.
See. So he made those on order for everybody, singles or doubles, with or without cheese, Beyond Meat or cow meat. We had a great time.
Yeah, it was a good. I definitely had fun.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Whether you like the awards or not, we had a good
That's
time
what I thought you
here.
were talking about.
No. So, what did you do? You had some shows. You had some fun. You go to some festivals. What did you do, baby? You go to the beach.
Festivals.
What'd you do with your summer?
Man, you know what's funny about summer is it is really hot today.
Yeah.
I went to the gym and I was coming back and I rolled the window down and I was like, whoa! It was a scorcher.
And I want to compliment you. You've been so consistent in going to the gym, baby. It is really showing. It's paying off.
You talking about that?
I'm talking about this, and I'm talking about in there. When I see the tank top, it's like,
thank you.
It looks really good.
I've been implementing something new since this past Saturday, I think, with the cable machine. It's like the superset for chest, and it rocks you. However, something that I realized about lifting is, well, I guess any workout. No workout really feels good if you're not eating properly, yo. Like if you eat some trash the night before, you feel a lull when you in there.
King Diesel said the burger wasn't that good. Dean Will made a great burger.
Why
and
would you
everybody
say
loved
that?
it. You have no idea, Diesel. You're all the way in Chicago.
Hey, my boy just got in here.
Which
My
one?
boy just showed up. The legendary
Leroy Strickland is back. He came to Top Talent last night too. He was in the comments. I was like, oh, we didn't see
Leroy
him.
Strickland Jr. I'm here to defend you.
I feel so bad. Can we at least read
Leroy,
his comment?
where have you been,
Can
man?
we read his
Hold
comment?
on. Where have you been, man? We've literally put the comment back up. We've literally been waiting on you to come in. We talked about you all last week and you weren't anywhere around. He says, good evening, happily married, and we keep drama away from our home and our issues are settled within our home. We don't go to bed angry, and she's my best friend.
Aww,
God bless. I love it.
Great.
Corporate, what up? I see you, boy. I just had to say what up to Leroy Strickland Jr.
We apologize if you felt any kind of way about the episode we did a few weeks ago, but it's going to be a clip.
No, you can't
And
feel
it's
bad
gonna be
about
funny.
that. We love it. We weren't making fun of you like, let's bully him, but we were definitely making fun of the name because I created a character off of it.
Yes, that's what I'm apologizing for.
No.
King Diesel
He's a
is
good guy.
a hater.
You know who's not a hater?
What color is that? Honey
Leroy Strickland Jr.
There we go.
He'll defend you through all your hopes and worries. If you ever have a problem, call Leroy Strickland Jr. at 555 Strickland Jr.
Welcome back, Leroy. Finally retired. I had surgery. Congratulations on a successful
Fully
surgery.
retired. Congrats,
You made it
man.
through.
On both successful surgery and being retired.
You didn't see the episode?
You got to go back last. Was it last week or was it the week before?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
you
ago.
were in the conversation, Leroy. We read your comment and then began to roast your name and did a whole commercial.
I even made a commercial for your father and your brother.
It was a mess.
I don't even know if you have a brother.
That long old phone number.
That
Exactly. Oh, we already got a question. Did you want to say anything about the video I posted today? It seemed like you felt some kind of way.
So my beef with the video you posted today is you didn't include me breaking down the bucket of chicken. Like, because people are going to watch that. And I'm already knowing the comments are going to come. Mm-hmm. People are like, oh, CT, you wow, you had a bucket. You had a bucket. Because everybody thinks a bucket of chicken is like 8 or more pieces. But when I said it was 4 pieces and I only ate 2 and set 2 to the side, it's like, come on.
And then you ate the other 2, so you ate 4.
Yeah, in a span of a day. It's not like I ate it all back to back.
That far apart, babe.
You weren't even
Because by
there.
the middle of the day, you were asking me what I was going to cook.
Yeah, because I was starving.
Right, because you had your 4 huge. I also left out the part where you guys agreed that restaurant makes really big pieces of chicken, and that's why they had to go in a bucket.
That's very funny. The legs were extremely too long for a takeout container, so they had to go in a bucket. But the 2 thighs were small. I was like, yo, these are like wings. I said that on the show too.
You did. So if anybody wants to see more, they can watch it.
I hope they see more. I want them to see more so I clear my name.
Yeah, clear your name, baby.
Because that's the power of editing.
The reason that I edited it the way that I did is because I wanted to make sure I didn't come off as a saint. I wanted to get out what you said about me being gullible and me being bad with decisions.
You only gave me gullible. You didn't give me nothing else.
Those 2 things.
You muted everything else.
Well, yeah, because you were going to say, I had one thing to say about you. You had more than those 2?
Because you cut me deep. You said.
Plus, you had already said one on the air before I muted you.
What did
so
I
you
say?
had 3 things? You said that you don't trust me to be loyal around people that you're mad at.
You didn't have that in the clip.
Because I can only do 90 seconds. That one's already 2 minutes and 20 seconds. You want more?
No.
I already got to cut it down for Facebook and cut it down again for YouTube.
You muted me. I said Tanjareen.
I wanted to show them that I can be a villain.
But you didn't show them that. No,
I muted you.
No, you're a villain.
I'm not a villain. But I muted you, and I wanted them to see that I muted them.
Than the Joker in Gotham City.
He's a growing man. He needs food. Clarence, you shut the hell up, okay?
Andrea Lily.
What's up, Andrea Lily? CT Rule 16. A bucket is a snack.
Yo, I'm going to just let y'all have it, man. Because I can't defend this every day.
It's so funny. And Green Ranger, it's all his fault.
Green Ranger.
He's the one who took up for the fact that it's not a snack.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Comedy
Green Ranger said that, and it made me laugh so hard. I had to go into Tanjareen's Discord after the show just to give him props.
Yeah, we talked.
That was hilarious.
Thank you, Green Ranger. One of my favorite
That's
couples.
crazy,
in the world.
fam.
Thank you very much, Rattler Steve. He says one of our favorite couples. Autumn Reed says
What up,
Strickland,
Steve?
Strickland, and Strickland. Legal services, payday loans, and personal security service. See, we starting again.
Strickland, Strickland, and Strickland. Legal services, payday loans, and personal security services.
We will fight for you.
For you.
We're the worst. We are the worst. Anyways.
Leroy Strickland Jr.
Thank you very much, Ashley. Appreciate that.
Now, here's the funny thing. Your hair ain't out of place. But
oh my God.
Just
No,
it
one.
is.
It is.
That one is doing whatever it wants to do.
All right. You talk to the people. Let me see what I can do.
So I'm glad you guys are having a good week. Thank you for coming in. What's up, lovely couple? What up, Andrea Lily?
What are you most looking forward to this upcoming week, baby?
This upcoming week? I'm looking forward to you, being back?
No, be honest. You looking forward to me being gone?
No, I was literally saying being back. That's why I just started the sentence with being, but you don't believe anything I say.
I don't.
Let me tell you something. I remember when Tanjareen lost trust in me. It was 2000. It was 2011.
Okay.
And when she lost trust in me, I was like, huh. Because I was so used to no girlfriend I had before trusting me anyway. I was like, oh man, I didn't even know you trusted me. So when she said, you've lost my trust, I was like, oh man.
I said that sentence?
Yeah.
What am I, a soap opera star?
You've lost my trust. And I was like, damn, I lost her trust. I didn't know I had it. But then from that point, I was like, oh, well, I guess she doesn't trust me. So fast forward a decade, she said something like, she was like, yeah, I trust you. I was like, no, you don't. You had said 10 years ago.
It comes and goes. She's laughing at the lost trust.
Yeah, she don't trust me.
Bandersnatch wants to know why the Stricklands have lisps. That's a great question.
Because when you serve in the law, you don't have time to pronounce every word perfectly.
That is so terrible.
You don't have time to enunciate when you have a list.
Money making Marquis says, I love seeing y'all in family time. I knew y'all was married. Yeah, well,
that's hilarious. I knew y'all was married.
Bander, because it sounds more believable that way. Clarence says, 12 years later, still trying to get it back. The trust, and we'll see.
I'm not. Here's the thing. Listen.
I trust you.
I don't care. Like, I need you to understand that I'm going to always love you. So the fact that you don't trust me means... You know I thought you were going to say?
What?
And I will never trust you.
I wouldn't do that, baby. I trust you.
That's so funny. But my point is, it doesn't matter because I know I'll be telling you the truth. So it's like
what, you don't be telling me the truth.
What happened?
Don't try that.
I think your last trip out of town, you went out of town and you're like, oh, what are you doing? And I was like, I just been here all day watching TV and playing my video game. And you were like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, huh. Like, I just didn't care.
Big love, but not the show. That was good. Thank you, Tank. You heard the vocals. Don't sleep on my vocals. Tanjareen said, I trust you, and then looked off to the right. Uh-oh. The lie detector determined that was a lie. He's definitely cooking bacon in your favorite skillet when you leave.
I would never.
King Diesel, that would have upset me more than when we found out he had a date when I was out of town last time. Y'all remember when I came back and he took that thick girl to the movies to see the menu when we had never even talked about seeing the menu? I wasn't even mad about that. But if he made bacon in my skillets, that's where I draw the line. That is where I draw the line.
Number one,
yes,
she was thick as hell.
Yes.
Number two, she's literally just the homie. She got her a new boyfriend now.
That means she didn't let you smash it? Keep trying, man.
No.
Keep trying.
No, I'm leaving you in the air with that. So she has a boyfriend and she's like, she's one of those girls that like when they get in a relationship, you know those girls who get, people, you know those people who get into a relationship and they be like, I don't know anybody else. Like, it's like that.
So she really is into him. She has a tunnel vision.
Yeah, I'm happy for her. But I'm just like, hey, remember we was friends? I'll see if we can make it. And it's like, I'm not doing all of that.
All right. Well, before we get into today's relationship topic, and then later, I'll make you spit that up. And get into later, you guys being on camera, if you choose to click the link in the description above, below, or beside the video you're watching on Facebook and YouTube and give us your relationship advice or questions, then we'll get into relationship memes. But I got a couple starred relationship questions right here. So let's see. This one is from Cuzzy Jr. He says, so I have a question. Should I stay in a relationship with someone I screwed up with? I was jumped from one to another, and I ended up comparing her to my exes and ish. Now she wants to work on it, but I feel like her belittling me so much, not trusting what I say has messed everything up, but she won't let me leave. Hey, I messed up a relationship I've been in for 2.5 months. I jumped from one relationship to the next. So your question is, it's only been 2.5 months. So she was a rebound, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're over her.
And she'd be belittling him?
And she belittles him. And you compared her to your exes, so you messed up. And now she belittles you. Sounds toxic to me.
It's very toxic. It's also like 80% of the reason I won't break up with Tanjareen ever is because I love her. But the 20% is because I'll always be comparing the new girl to her. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's what happens when you're in these relationships. You compare, whether you realize it or not. You know what I mean? Women compare the guy to the last guy. And man, it's hard not to if you've been with them for a significant amount of time.
But telling them that you're comparing. Oh, thank you for the stars. The same person whose comment I just read just sent stars. So, Cuzzy Jr., those kisses are just for you. Thank you. Super chat is activated. Stars are activated. Cash apps are open. I appreciate anything that you give to either of us. Yeah, comparing is inevitable, but telling the person that you're comparing them, I think, is what would make them feel insecure.
I mean, give me an example as I read this.
Like when we first started dating, you were just like, yeah, my last girl, she was like this. Or you were comparing me to the future girl. My next girl ain't gonna do this. And my next girl would never say that to me.
Oh.
That comparison is gonna be in that person's head.
Well,
if you're comparing somebody mentally and you don't say anything, then it's like.
Well, yeah, I always say it out loud. But for you in the beginning, I definitely said things like, well, I hate couples that are always a we, even if the other person's not around. Same. Thank you. That is so annoying. You'd be like, hey, how you doing today? We doing good. Like, I didn't listen. No disrespect to your man or no disrespect to your girl, but I didn't ask about them. Let me ask about them. Don't volunteer. And then when y'all break up, then you ain't gonna say we and them all of that.
All the posts on Instagram change after the breakup. I also don't like when I invite one of my friends to come over or to go somewhere with me, and then they tell me, well, I have to see if he wants to. Well, I didn't invite him. So if he doesn't want to, that's okay with me. I was trying to hang out with my homegirl. Yeah. Please don't bring him.
For what you just said, what I would do in the beginning of you and I's relationship is I would say my next girl, because I did that with the previous girl. But what I loved about you was you immediately said, hey, don't do that. Because if you talking about your next girl already, you're wasting my time and we don't need to be together. And I respected that. However, I think the thing that works in your favor when you compare your ex to your current is when you say the things that the current is doing better than the ex. Then it's kind of like, that's okay.
Because it's big upping the person you're with.
Right. I've done that a lot too.
Yes, and I don't mind that. Yeah. Fixing a relationship sounds like a huge waste of time to me. Natasha is giving you advice, Cuzzy Jr. We in different chairs though, not even looking at each other. Who you talking about, King Diesel? I know King Diesel is married. Lex says, nah, the movie's too intimate for friends in the dark. Sitting next to each other? Capital letters, no.
I literally go to the movies all the time with all of my friends. As like the movies is just my thing.
Just you and a thick girl at night while I'm out of
town? I've done it a million times.
No, you have not.
Well, not when you're out of town.
And that just happened to be that time. Girl
you know what's funny?
I didn't know about.
You know what's funny?
What's funny?
I'm realizing in this moment that is something that offended you. And I will
not
say.
Not as much as you cooking bacon in my skillet if you ever did. But go ahead. Apologize.
And I will. I was about to until you just, but whew, I don't even want to anymore. I was about to give you a genuine one, but then you just made me have it. So no.
Why did I have to wait 3 months?
It's been longer than 3 months.
Exactly. So how genuine is it?
Well, in this moment, like I said, I feel like it's really affected you. So I will apologize for taking one of my thickest friends to the movies.
Oh, you want to get choked on camera? I didn't know. You could have just said, baby, can you choke me? It's one of my kinks.
It's not one of my kinks.
Did you call her your thickest friend?
I said one of. She's one of my thickest friends.
I hate that this is the last episode of the podcast. I really enjoyed doing this show with you.
I thought you did.
I thought you did.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I accept your apology, baby. I'm not tripping.
You were, and I'm sorry.
I'm looking for advice for Cuzzy. It says, Cuzzy, unless she has threatened physical violence, you can always easily leave. If you fear for your safety, change cities and ghost her. That is advice from Autumn Reed. Ashley says, before there was a we, it was a me. I'd be damned if someone tried to speak for me while I'm around. If someone asks me how I'm doing, the person saying we doing well. I know that's right. Fast, leave them in the car. Ashley White said, don't speak for me. When somebody says how you doing, don't say we doing well.
Oh, right. Thank you. I just figured, like, you know, I'm a homebody, so I wasn't about to have nobody at the house. And the movie's the only place I really go.
Baby, All of that is fine, but we talked on the phone every single day while I was gone, and you left that out on purpose. And that was what the problem was.
Oh, I just didn't think about it like that.
You thought about it.
If I smashed, I'd be like, yo, guess what I did?
You thought about it. Anyways, I moved on.
No.
I moved on. I was actually reading more comments. You went back to it. Facts. Leave him in the car. He can wait on you if we can't be apart. Exactly. Let's leave him in the car and let you come over and kick with me. Movies are not a big deal. Bandersnatch. You shut the hell up, Bandersnatch. She's supposed to be Team Tanjareen. You shut the hell up.
She is
How
Team
thick,
Tanjareen.
Henry says.
Oh, she was so thick that my wife just choked me on camera.
Exactly. CT is cruising for a bruising. Yes, he is.
Cruising for a bruising.
Thickest friend. Change whole cities. Bandersnatch says stay on read for the advice about getting out of a relationship that's violent. Wait, last ep or joke because of the murder you about to commit. It's just a joke, Andrea Lily. It's all good. Not to guess what I did. Okay, so you have anything you want to talk about relationships before I say what somebody asked me?
Oh, so somebody asked you. I would love to know.
All right, so I got a message this week. Someone is actually going through this in their real life and they wanted to have our advice. They said, what do you do when you've been seeing somebody for years and they still don't know your favorite things to do, your favorite things to eat, your favorite pieces of the chicken? They still are trying to surprise you with little things that you don't like. And you told them in the past, you don't like this. Or they try to take you to a place you don't want to go. And you told them in the past you don't want to go. Does that mean that person's just not that into you? If a person you've been dealing with for years cannot remember what you like or what you're into, does that mean they're not into you? Or is that just because most guys are not detail oriented?
That's not the truth. Most guys are detail oriented.
Okay.
The thing is, most men just don't care.
Okay.
So a man who doesn't know what a woman is into after those years of dealing with each other, he just doesn't care about you. And that's a bigger problem than your initial problem.
Okay, so let me give you an example. If I love white chocolate truffles from See's Candy.
Yeah.
And every Valentine's Day, you bring me a See's Candy box full of chocolate covered cherries. You're being sweet. You think this is gonna make me happy. You think this is a very thing. You don't even want to celebrate Valentine's Day. You're doing this because you know that I would like it. But you keep forgetting I don't like chocolate covered cherries. I want white chocolate truffles. Does that person not care about me?
Right. Because you don't realize what the person loves. I'll give you two examples. You wouldn't probably mind a chocolate covered cherry if it was what do you call it, sugar free or I don't know if they do like vegan chocolate, but it's like if there's a dark chocolate covered cherry. But I've seen you just eat straight up cherries. But I know what you like and I know what you can and can't eat. So I wouldn't get you something like that. But on the other hand, you like the sprinkles cupcakes. So it's like, all right, I know what kind of cupcakes you like. Let me get you these. And then you're like, yo, I know, first of all, thank you. But I know you've seen me eat these before. But if I have to choose between this and the gluten-free, I would rather the gluten-free. And I'm like, got it. I was thinking about.
Right. What he's saying is for my birthday, I said I want 6
I was thinking about the other day.
Okay. Well, for my birthday, I said I want 6 Sprinkles cupcakes. It's a bakery in Beverly Hills. They have a franchise. They even have an ATM. You can go in the middle of the night and get these cupcakes. I said I want 3 of them to be gluten-free. And it's red velvet. They taste amazing. They don't taste gluten-free. 1 to be strawberry. And the other two, you can be whatever you want. He brought me vegan instead of gluten-free and strawberry and then 2 other flavors. I didn't get upset because I know he's seen me eat the vegan ones and he probably wasn't listening or didn't remember that I said gluten-free. So then a couple weeks ago, he also brought home another box just as a sweet thing when he got himself some of vegan again instead of gluten-free. Should I be like, oh, my man doesn't listen to me? My man doesn't care about me?
No, you should have been like that if I brought you no vegan. Then it'd be like, damn, fam, I couldn't at least get a vegan?
Right. So if this person's bringing her See's Candy, but it's the wrong flavor.
Those are different. Because you have a lot of different idiosyncrasies and things that you can't eat.
A lot of women do.
This ain't about every woman. This is about you. So it's like when there's a long list of things that you can't eat that I know about. So it's like the things that you can, I'll be like, all right, cool. I'm just going to recycle through all of these different things. Compared to a guy whose girl only asks for white truffle chocolate and he keeps bringing her chocolate covered cherries.
All right, let's see what these comments are saying, then I'll give you some more details. Lexi Lex says they should at least know a few things about you. That seems inconsiderate, especially if you know those things about them. And
True.
that's always the case. We remember things, and we're, and that person that we're with is like flying by the seat of their pants.
Yeah.
Fact, Shattered Dreams says, if he ain't started caring after years, it may be time for some hard choices. Ooh. Green Ranger says, now, was it the thickness or the fact that he went with her? You asking me?
Yeah, he's asking you. I think it was the fact that I went with her.
No, it was the fact that he never told me he went. It slipped out. When he said he had seen the movie, I was just like, wait, what? We never talked about going to that movie. And then he started to have a little rabbit hole, and he finally told me that he was there with somebody, and he had never mentioned it while we were on the phone every single night while I was gone. So he knew that it was something that he didn't want to share. I didn't care how thick she was.
I'm going to the movies again this week.
Well, good for you, sweetheart.
It is.
All right. Is that just to get back at me? Why'd you say it like that?
No, because I'm paying for this membership. I might as well use this
I was
money.
going to see if they have one in the state I'm going to, too.
I hope so.
I could, go see. Because I want to see, are you there, God, it's me, Margaret, if that's out. I think
I don't even know what that is, but
it's
enjoy
a
yourself.
little kiddie teen movie. Maybe they're hard of hearing. Take them on a date to the ear doctor. Oh, my gosh. Cover the copay. #romance. That's an interesting take on it. Better Snatch always
The copay
for the guys.
Actually, shit. The copay is an interesting thing to say because when people give you money for something, like somebody's like, "Yo, go to the doctor." I've never heard anybody be like, "Yo, go to the doctor." It's on me. But if they're like, "Go," and they take care of the copay, that's big.
That should be a love language. I like that idea. Let's see what this one says. So DS, like he's trying to change her. You read it. If he keeps doing something other than who she likes, he may like being with her, but not like her choices.
That's a possibility.
Oh, so he's trying to change her. Like, yeah, you like that, but that's not, I don't care about that. You should like this. Is that what you mean? That's kind of rude though, isn't it?
It is rude. Like, I don't like onions in my home. I like grilled onions if I have to have an onion. But a fresh up, straight up onion, if I eat it, it'll make my head hurt. It's been making my hair since I was a kid. And when I realized that I was a teenager, and I was like, oh, no onions. So Tanjareen loves onions. So every chance I get, I throw them away. And she got really mad at me the night of BET Awards, and I was being funny and throwing them away. And she was really pissed. And I was like, oh man, I didn't expect you to be that mad. But the smell of onion lingers in a home. And I don't want no home smelling like onion.
It does. And we had a buffet of condiments to go and toppings to go on top of the burgers that Dean was preparing. So it was lettuce, tomato, pickles, and sliced red onions, which have a sweet flavor. I like them. I don't love onions, but I enjoy them on a sandwich or a salad.
Or
and so
anything else.
That's it. So I was gonna take some of those, put them in a Ziploc bag, put them in a drawer in the fridge, get the rest out of here. He threw them in the trash before the event was even over because he didn't like the smell. And I was offended because I don't even complain about the smell of meats cooking in the house that I don't like. Every time I smell it, I just move on. Every time he smells something he doesn't like, he has to make it a big thing, talk about it, put it down. And it's like, okay, I get it. We don't eat the same things, but I don't constantly talk bad about, oh, you got to throw that out. Oh, that smells bad. Oh, it's already in the trash. Oh, too bad. I don't do all that to you.
The onion smell and the vinegar stuff, and it's another scent of something where I'm just like, oh my God. Like, these are scents, like, she talked about the cooking of the meat, but that stuff is gone when the meat leaves.
No,
if not,
sometimes I have to open the windows.
If not, like, like regular cooking lasts in the kitchen for like an hour or two. But them onions stay to the next day. The vinegar stays to the next. You're like, oh my God.
It doesn't.
It does.
And I only put a little bit of vinegar on my salad sometimes. Anyways, let's read this. He may like her, but not her choices. Doesn't mean he doesn't care, but he has to listen to her likes. Okay. This is going to bring me to my next question as a part of this. Top 5 signs that he's just not that into you. What are the signs that he's just not that into you? Because most of you are saying that she should move on, but some of you are saying that it's not a big deal. But how does a woman know when the guy that they're seeing is not that into them if they're spending a lot of time together?
Y'all like my chain? Y'all like my chain? I told Autumn in the squad, I said, yo, when I get me a silver chain, I'm wearing it every day.
Congratulations, baby.
Thank you so much. And then I got the silver cross like 2 weeks after.
It looks great.
Thank you.
What made you think of it today? Didn't you wear it on the show before?
Yeah, but I didn't bring it up.
Okay, well, thank you for bringing it up.
So what are the signs that a man is not that into you, you ask?
Yes, it could mean that he's not paying attention, and if you're letting him get away with it, he could be narcissistic. Oh, and he's trying to force things he likes on you, or he cheating and giving you her gifts.
Woo!
Oh, oh.
You know what? I'll tell you a sign of the guy's not into you. If every time you want to spend some time with him, he's like, that's how you know. If he's like very hesitant or tries to find a way to rain check you or just be like, yeah, some other time, that he's not that into you.
What if he has the time when it's after midnight?
Then he only wants to
not
smash.
in the daytime.
He only wants to smash. Let me tell you how you know a guy does like you. If he'll hang out with you on your period. If he'll hang out with you on your period and ain't trying to move your head down,
dang,
he enjoys your company.
So if he hangs out with you when you're on your cycle, but he does try to move your head down, then he doesn't?
Yeah, he just
like your company?
He needs your skills.
Skills. Cat bacon smells. Ranger, I didn't even talk about bacon smells. You want to read Leroy's?
Where he at? They call it a smartphone for a reason. I'm not gonna do the voice. I have a folder on my phone with what she likes and I don't like. Saved me many times. That's very smart.
So you don't have to remember it. You just look at it on your phone because you have a smartphone.
That's what I do with food. Whenever I order something and you eat with me, I'm like, all right, cool. These are the things that she likes from this place.
Do you remember that I don't like cooked spinach? So I don't like that in
when have I got you cooked spinach? Oh, you're talking about omelets.
Veggie stuff. It always has cooked spinach. And I'm like, how many times I have to tell him I don't eat cooked spinach?
Yeah, but at that point, I'm just trying to give you a vegetable as opposed to you just having a random tomato on the side.
Will you remember to take off the spinach next time?
Sure. You know what I'm not going to deflect. All right.
Yeah, I was about to deflect.
I was about to deflect.
You're doing better.
I was about to deflect.
You're doing better. Things I get, but onions are necessary. Yes, I thank you, Monty. Yes, I like your chain, Latasha said.
Thank you, Latasha.
Dope chain, bro.
Thanks, Protect.
Love the Jesus piece, CT.
Appreciate that, Monty.
That was about the meat smells in the house. I got you. I know what you're talking about. Let me see. Onions are great. Got to keep some gum on deck.
He said cat bacon smells fire.
Yeah, it
does.
I knew what he meant, but I didn't say anything about bacon smelling bad. I was just talking about
that's
meat in general. I like that. That's really good advice. Leroy's been married for a while. That's great advice. One thing to do to remember your significant other's likes, if you have a bad memory, is to make a note of it in your phone, people. Simple as that.
The thing is, Tanjareen loves a lot of things that aren't material things. So it's like compliments she enjoys, or literally spending quality time with her, and being touched. Like all of that stuff is big for her. But then when it comes to like flowers, for example, she loves flowers. I know she doesn't like roses, so I don't get her roses, but I'll get her other flowers. But when it comes to things like her shoe size, I often have to ask her, oh yeah, what's the size again? Because I always get it confused for the one right above it. And be like, is it this? And she's like, no, it's that. It's like, oh,
or the thick chick size. I don't want to wear her shoes.
I've never bought another woman's shoes.
That's right. That's good.
I will never buy another woman's shoes.
And you could always just.
I barely bought you shoes because I told you how I grew up.
Tell me what your mom told you.
My mom said, don't buy a woman shoes because she'll walk out of your life. I was a kid. This was great advice when you're a little boy.
So the first few years of us dating, he refused to give me any of the shoes I wanted because of this advice.
Yeah, but
now,
how many pairs? I bought you so many pairs of shoes.
Yeah, I had to talk you into it. I'm appreciative. I'm saying we've come a long way.
Yeah. Or did I buy them for her to walk out of my life? I'm Leroy Strickland Jr. You need your divorce represented? Call us. We will help you.
I hate the point. It's all about the point.
The point got to be so off times. Like the commercial got to almost be done and then he points. Like they'd be like, hey, point.
Slow. All right. So this one says, one thing I learned is when someone had to ask for the occasional date night. There must be more to that. Slick Safari's in the building. Just got to have communication. Talk about your likes and dislikes. And if nothing happens, then they are not that into you.
True.
That's what I was thinking. But with this particular person, they've been seeing this person for more than 10 years. And it's like, does this guy just have a really bad memory? Or does he just not give a doggone? He don't buy shoes, just movie tickets.
Ooh, that's a Team Tanjareen member, because my people would never talk to me like that.
He's Tanjareen.
Good for you.
Kisses are just for you.
Good for you, King Diesel.
My grandma told me the same thing.
He don't buy shoes. He just bought movie tickets. Boom, boom. That was good.
Leroy's laughing. Green Ranger, the way Tanjareen gets into character with the side turn. Hey, I mean, I'm right there with my baby. It's time to do a Leroy. Let's see. Begging someone to spend time with you is a sickness. Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what? I said this in a previous episode, but I read the book, He's Just Not Into You. And I think there's like 3 versions of it. And it really helped me to realize and to be quicker at noticing the red flags, or maybe they're the yellow flags. No, yellow they said was regular, just quirks. What's right under red? Anyway, I would notice the flags and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm the one initiating these calls with this person. I'm the one that's initiating the first text. We hang out every Friday, but what if I don't call him this Friday? Is he going to call me? And a whole week will go by and I'm like, oh, okay. We had a consistent, every weekend, but if I don't reach out, why didn't he reach out?
Got a friendship with a person, had it for probably over a decade. And every time they're going through something, you're like, yo, what's up? This, that. And you're like, oh, that sucks. Let's insert 4-paragraph text here. And they will take out one sentence from 4 paragraphs that is just something to harp on. And you're like, oh, you're someone who focuses on the negative.
Pessimistic.
They're pessimistic.
Mm-hmm.
And these are people that you want to keep out of your life. When it comes to dating, men or women, you want to pay attention to how people react to you. So what Tanjareen just said when she's like, if I don't call, will you reach out? And a lot of times these people won't. And those people to get out of your life.
Exactly.
Because it shouldn't be an uphill battle getting to know anybody.
It shouldn't be hard. Let's see. Ashley White has top 5 signs he's not that into you. Number 1, he don't get you anything for your birthday. Number 2, the timing and the response to messages.
Facts.
3, he purposely doesn't make time for you. 4, he leads you on. 5, doesn't mention about you to his family or friends.
Now, if he's trying to smash, and before he smashed, the texts are rapid, like I'm talking about.
Every day.
Every day you text, he respond back within 10 minutes, and then after a while, now it's like, well, I'm busy. Nah, because you had time to get to these texts beforehand.
Or does the box trash?
That's also a possibility.
Okay, so my bad. Maybe the box was trash. Let me see. Somebody else. Anybody else want to tell me signs of when he's not that into you or when she's not that into you? Because fellas, let me tell you, some of y'all are so persistent in the club or at an event. You see a young lady and you don't read body language. Before you even get to date her, you might be sitting at the bar. She's ordering a drink. You come up to her. She might just turn a little bit like this. There's your sign right there. But you keep talking. You keep talking. You keep talking. She starts talking to the stranger over here. You try to laugh and interject. She gets up. You follow her. Like, fellas, read the body language. If you had to ask her too many times for her phone number that day, she didn't really want to give it to you. You wore her down. And do you really want to call somebody that you had to wear down? Like, notice the signs, people. I would say, does he make you a priority? Because, go ahead, baby.
That's true, Green Ranger. I will say, I agree and disagree with what you said. Body language is one thing, but what's the word? Persistence is another. Because you weren't giving me the energy that other girls were giving me. But had I given up, you wouldn't be here.
That's true.
And that had, I'm like, you were giving good body language.
But my body language wasn't a sexual thing. We were friends.
Right.
So
but what
you were
I'm
just
saying,
around as my friend, but you weren't just on some, so what's up? Like,
no, I was trying to smash every chance I got. And you would be like you would laugh it off or change the subject. And I'm like, all right. And then one day you just came around. So, every
chance I got is a little excessive. We worked together.
I said, I tried to smash every chance I got.
But try to smash to me might have been something you were thinking in your mind, but we were showing up at work.
Yeah.
Working.
Right.
For 2 years. I didn't give you alone time for you to try to smash, except we shot that sketch. You didn't try anything.
Tanj, no, I was very professional. What I'm saying in trying to smash, even working together, this is way before Me Too, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. If this was Me Too, it would be like, hey, man. But these were, you know me, I'm Mr. Lewd Comment.
Yeah, you are.
I'm Mr. Forward with the conversation. So all of that went on while we were working.
But the reason that it wasn't like a creepy thing is because I was the only female on the show. We're talking about when we met in February 2008.
I'm not talking about that show. I'm talking about
we were on a show with a bunch of male comedians and me, and they would all flirt with me, and it was all just fun. Nobody really was taking anybody seriously. So he was a part of that flirt. It's like, yeah, who cares? I'm not talking about that type of relationship. So by the time we started working at the second show, after a couple months, I started to like you. So I was just like, oh, I like him.
As you should. But what I'm talking about is our personal relationship outside of the foxhole. I'm never talking about that as an example. I'm talking about our friendship, us being out and be like, yo, we talking, or anytime. We would talk on the phone. I remember once we were on the phone and I was living in West Hollywood at the time, and I was like, yeah, I'm trying to come over. And you were like, oh, you can't come over. I got 3 roommates. I'm like, oof, I was literally almost judgy, even though I had 2. I was like, you got 3 roommates?
I had no roommates, guys. I just wanted to make him think I wouldn't have any privacy, because I could tell that he would think he would be alone with me and try to smash.
Yeah.
He wore you down like Urkel did Laura.
Exactly. So when you have, and mind you, I'm not defending guys who try and wear women down, but I am defending love. Not to try to smash part, but it's like, who's this? Like, if I wouldn't have tried to smash, or if I would have just stopped the first time, I felt like, oh man, she's not returning this. Then it's like, how would she become my wife?
But I honestly, if we didn't work together, we wouldn't have seen each other at all, except out in passing at a comedy club.
Right.
And if you had that energy out in a public place, I would have been like, okay, this dude is gross.
Yeah, that'd have been weird.
So that's the difference. We were working together and we were friends, and so it was okay. I'm talking about when you see somebody out.
Oh, you talking about random strangers?
Yes. And you don't get that message, and you just keep trying to stick it
out.
If they're not attracted to you, if they don't like your scent, if they don't like your aura, if they don't like your looks, and you're still in their face, it's like.
Okay, so tell me this. Because I agree with that. If you meet a stranger, you should definitely stall them out. But if you are working with somebody, right? Before me too. If you are working with somebody and y'all see each other daily and you're trying to get them to notice you, if they haven't flat out been like, hey, not interested, is that still okay to pursue them?
If you're working with somebody and they haven't said that they're attracted to you?
No, like for example, if you as a woman are working with a guy and every day you flirt with him, oh, I like your shirt. Look at you working out and all of this. And he's not returning the energy.
Then you're not taking a hint.
Then you're not taking a hint. But is that okay unless he says, does he have to say, hey, it's a wrap?
Well, that's great question, because that goes into my point. If you're looking at his face, does he look happy to see you when you're walking down the hall on your way to the coffee maker where he is? Or is he about to turn the other way?
But what if he's being nice?
There's a difference between being nice and leaving the room when you come in. It's like, if I like the attention, I'm going to stick around and like, oh, this person's about to come and make my day. They're about to tell me I look good in my dress. They're about to tell me they like my hair. I'm going to stick around. But if I see you coming and I know you're always flirting and it annoys me, I'm not going to stay around for that. So
what if you flirt with him? What if you flirt with him and every time you flirt with him, he smiles, he says, thank you, but he's not giving the come talk to me energy. And then when you do talk to him, like, yo, let's go out. And he's like, oh, I'm not interested. But he's still giving you the energy that makes you think that you feel welcome. Then what, Tanjareen?
Well, it reminds me of Slick Tafari, because he was interested in that older woman and she came over and talked to him, but he got too nervous to say something back. So if the person is not that kind of a confident person and they're too nervous to say something, then that could be factored in. But again, it's body language. We have 2 people in the green room excited to talk to. It's body language. It's reading the face. It's also noticing how they are around other women. Are they shy around other women? Or are they kikiing and laughing on their lunch break with this group of girls, but they don't want to do these things with you? You have to pay attention, because we show more with our bodies and our action than we do with our words. I love you is an action. I'm interested in you is an action. I care about you is an action. It's not words.
You're not about to just be preaching on a Wednesday.
Well, I'm Reverend Reen and I have officiated weddings. Let me get a few more of these because Barbara Martin is in the building. Oh, I forgot. Slick Tafari says I don't buy shoes either, but I give the money for shoes though.
Yeah, that's
buying shoes.
That's
buying shoes. That book was turned into a movie. He's Just Not That Into You, with a whole ensemble of actors and actresses. Of course, Ashley White knows that because she's our urban almanac. Jarrell says, has he discussed it with him, saying he's not into you when you smile and accept the wrong gifts for years? Means you're not being real with him. At least talk about it with him. No, this person has definitely said over and over again, I don't like that, I like this. I don't like that, I like this. And then the next year they get it. Barbara Martin says, I asked for dark truffles He brought back dark truffles with a whole box of other different flavors. I don't like all those flavors. Ah, okay. I like the one labeled dark truffles. Okay. So are you being picky, Barbara Martin, because he brought you some dark truffles, but he should have had a whole box full of dark truffles? What you think?
Oh, I don't have any comment.
Because of my mama?
I just don't know how to shop for truffles.
Well, you just tell them what to put in the box. So you could either get a box of assorted chocolates that they've already chosen for you, or you can go in there and say, I know my woman likes this kind. Give me a box of this kind.
Right. And when I say, I repeat my same thing. I don't know how to shop for truffles. Like, you're not a truffle connoisseur, so I've never had to go. That's not my candy of choice. So, there are just certain things I don't understand.
Right. But if I said I like dark truffles, you don't have to like them or no. You just go get them.
No, that's not the case, because she just said that she told him that she likes dark truffles, and he went and got dark truffles, but he also got flavors that she didn't like. She didn't say, I like these dark truffles, only these flavors.
Men tend to make time for the woman we want. Yes.
Always.
Okay, let me see. Barbara, defend yourself. Funny thing, even the man I was married to 22 years always bought me the wrong truffles. The seed salesperson talks them into filling the box with the different flavors of dark truffles. Okay, so it's not their fault.
Shout out to 22 years.
So that means, oh yeah, that's my daddy. So that means it's not the guy's fault. He goes in there to get what you asked for, and then they talk him into filling up with other stuff. It's like when you go to get somebody flowers, and then they fill it up with all the other stuff to make a bouquet. The before Me Too's are doing numbers this episode. Green Ranger, thank you for noticing. Because that's how he talks on a regular basis. Yeah. He'll be like, well, that was before Me Too. I'm like, it's still not okay. Just because we finally stood up for ourselves because people were talking like this.
It's not that. It's just like the world was different. There were so many things that we said. Let's not even say just before Me Too. There were so many things that we said in the year 2007 that you can't say. There were so many things that we said in the year 2014 that we can't say. There were so many things that have changed over the last 2 years. I mean, even if you go back to 2014, not getting political, but 2014, the terms of people that we have now were not a thing then. So everything changes with time. And we just have to acknowledge that the world used to be a different place.
Where women were disrespected and talked down on.
Boy, that's never going to change.
With harassment at work. And to keep their jobs, they had to shut their mouths.
That's never going to change. What I mean by that is people will always be disrespected. But there was a time before even women wrestlers had 10 or 20-minute matches or were headlining pay-per-views. But times have changed, and the matches are actually fire now. So the world changes for the better oftentimes.
Yes.
But things were a certain way before.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's go to Ashley in the green room, ladies and gentlemen. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Ashley White, what's up, sundress season? Oh, it's got some bounce to it. You see that? You got your glasses on already. You see it? What's up, darling? How are you? Yeah. She's over here trying to get chose. My goodness. So where are you located, and what is your question or suggestion?
Charlotte, North Carolina, and my question is, did y'all ever experience, like, or y'all met, did y'all ever experience like partners or new people that were like, they asked you how you're doing, and that person that you're with, like, oh, we doing great, thank you for asking, but it's like, they asked me, they didn't ask you. Did y'all ever?
I never dated anybody like that.
Yeah, me neither.
I wouldn't like that.
I wouldn't like it either.
I never even dated a guy who ordered my food for me without asking me what I wanted.
That's crazy.
Like, I've seen that in movies. She'll have the blah, blah, blah.
You can't even do that.
And the person's looking like, that's actually not what I wanted. Like, I've never
be allergic to stuff. People have, weight issues. You can't just order somebody something that you think they like.
Bandersnatch says, the after workout twerk sessions are paying off, Ash. Yeah, you're getting better with the twerk. She's been working out. She's over here Brazil-less.
Yeah.
Autumn said, actually trying to get the movie.
You out of pocket.
Autumn Reed.
You out of pocket. Out of pocket. That's hilarious.
I can never go to the movies again.
Without permission.
That's so funny.
None of us have ever dated somebody like that. Anything else on your mind before you get out of here, cutie pie?
Yes. there, like I said before, there was a we, there was a me. So y'all can't let someone try to tell me. If someone asked me how I'm doing, they say I said, did they ask you? No, they asked me. I was walking. I was a movement by myself before we were forced together.
Look at her quoting R&B songs. Come on, Ashley. I heard the song lyrics. But we're forced when we're together. Yes. Okay, Ashley. You have been coming on this show for almost the whole year we've been doing it. Are you dating anyone yet?
No, I'm not.
All right. What are you waiting for?
It's just, I feel like I'm still working on myself, but I need someone to match my energy. Like, because I know a lot of people, I know when it comes to, like, say, pursuing, when people say, oh, the chase and stuff. And I know some people get tired of chasing that someone. And it gets tiring for that person because it's like, how many obstacles I got to go after to finally, like, they will finally say yes. Like,
so are you making somebody chase you?
No, I'm just saying in, like, general. Like, okay. It's just, I don't know. Like, I think it's just, it depends on me, honestly.
Eli Innuendo? Emperor Kev says.
First of all, I'm in the Discord. We are in Discord. I'm following.
Okay. All right. Well, I would love to see you give somebody a chance to take you to lunch. Nothing sexual, nothing physical, just because I feel like we as people can't grow in the area of relationships if we're not in a relationship. So after some time, when you finish, working on you, try out what you've learned about yourself. See, because whoever you choose is a mirror of you. So the things you like about yourself, they'll reflect back. The things you don't like about yourself, they'll reflect back. So be open to somebody finding you and choosing you, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Quick question before I leave. Do you think, like, say, if, kind of dating yourself can also prepare to, like, dating that person too?
It can help you, but it can't prepare you for a specific person if you haven't met them yet and you don't know what they like and need. You have to be in that relationship with that person to know how to date them.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, cutie pie. I'll see you soon. Hey, she's the best. Bye, girl. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Somebody's gonna choose her.
So I misspoke earlier, and I was wondering why I was saying this, and you weren't responding the way that I was talking, and I realized I didn't say it the way that I meant it. What I said was, it's never going to change. What I was trying to say was, we never thought it would change.
Oh, that's a big difference.
Yeah, I was like, why is she listening like this? I'm like, I said we thought it would never change. When it comes to women in the workplace being disrespected and talked to any kind of way and advanced. Yeah, when I'm like, we thought it would never change. Like, we thought it would never change. We thought forever women were going to be able to walk by the copier and get that smack on the butt. But realistically, after, I think that was 2017, when Me Too came out and everybody was getting fired left and right. I don't know about y'all, and I didn't even work in an office. But even with us shooting content, man, when I tell you, everybody changed. Like, everybody was already treating each other with respect, but it came to the point where every time I shot with a girl, I'd be like, hey, and are you comfortable with this?
Is this okay with you?
Is this okay with you? You know what I mean? So everything has already changed, but that was only 6 years ago in comparison to 7 years ago, which is only a year prior.
When we just exploit these hoes without asking for. I'm just kidding.
They were probably getting exploited.
Yes, they probably were.
We thought it would never change.
Back to this topic. Bandersnatch says, I love my food ordered. Over here, like, you better know me. I love it too if they know my order. What I was giving an example of is when you see on a movie when he orders for her and she's looking like, that's not what I wanted. I don't even like that. That's the problem. When he's just being, macho, but he didn't actually check with you, or he hasn't been out with you enough to pay attention to know what you actually like. And that's the difference.
Tanjareen know what I like. Order me something.
Yeah, I definitely know what you like.
And I know what you like.
Kind of.
Everything that I don't eat. So I'd be like, she would like that. And she would like this. Oh, onions and vinegar? Bow, bow.
You can make me think I smell like those things, which is disgusting.
No, you smell amazing. But the things that you eat do not smell amazing.
Lexi Lex says, I'm realizing in autumn, because you want some BS. That's not going to take up for how you've been acting. but I'll take it. Yeah, like, oh, you know, it was like a good boob squeeze. As long as you don't bite it.
How have I been acting?
Lexi Lex says, I'm realizing Autumn is a menace too. That movie comment for Ashley is hilarious.
Autumn, listen, Autumn is the original menace, yo.
Not probably.
Phantom of the Menace.
Definitely getting exploited and unheard. What's up, Child Prince?
Yeah.
You know it, Lexi. Answering as we is a way of basically stake your claim on someone publicly. Okay, but also people who ask someone individually when they are clearly in a couple are disrespectful. So when I ask my homegirls to come over, I'm being disrespectful? Or when I'm out at a party and I ask the girl, hey, how you been? Am I disrespectful if I didn't say, hey, how y'all been? Is that what you mean?
No, because we have several friends that are in relationships with people that we don't like. So, and there are several of my homegirls that I don't like their man. So I'll be like, yo, am I talking to you right now? Or is this on speakerphone? And they be like, oh, you on speakerphone? I'm like, all right, well, I'll call you back.
That's not because they weren't going to tell you.
Yeah, they weren't going to tell you, and I don't even like your man. One time, I had a homegirl. This is Marcella. This is years ago.
I remember Marcella.
So Marcella, I called Marcella. We were leaving the comedy club. I didn't know she left. I call her. She put up the phone. She's in the car. I'm like, hey, what up? Where you at? She was like, oh, I'm driving. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, so how's everything? And she was like, it's good. And I was like, how's your mean ass boyfriend? And he was like, I'm good. And I was like,
damn. Now you got played.
Heifer.
Now you got played.
Because she turned into a, we're doing good.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he and I actually became cool after that. Like when I started shooting content, we started shooting together. And he was a very nice guy. But my thing was, what if he wasn't?
Right.
And you were this type of woman friend to me that would have sat back, because you got to defend your man, and you just caused some trouble with us by...
Or what about that person when you were texting your homeboy asking like, hey, did you smash that? How's this? How's that? And he replied, but you found out later it was her replying.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, wow, I don't want to make it too long because we got two people in there and we didn't get to the memes, but quickly say what you're going to say.
No, thank you.
Oh, you can't say it quickly?
No, because you just put a time limit on me. It was going to be quick, but you just, no.
So say it.
Don't talk to me like that.
Let's hear a quick version. CT?
Okay, so I was texting my boy because he was dealing with this girl, and they posted pictures of like in the snow or something. And I was like, oh man, look at you. You finally smashed. And then the response was like, yeah, we're actually planning to have a baby. And I was like, a baby? And he was like, yeah, you got to get us a baby shower gift. And I was like, wow. Fast forward, I saw the girl out and I was like, hey, I just talked to such and such the other day. And she's like, yeah, that was me DMing you back. And I was like, I looked at my boy like, I don't like that, bro.
I don't like that. I can't trust you.
I can't trust you.
I could have said anything wild. Now I know she in your phone.
The fact that you would have your lady responding to your messages is corny.
And never tell you. Even even to this day, he didn't do like, just playing, that was her. Like,
never.
That's not cool.
That ended the friendship. I'll still always say what up to him, but no, it's a wrap.
I'm 100% your friend. I'm 100% your friend, not y'all friend. Got to keep the pronoun straight. I like that, Job Prince. All right, we got this person in the green room and that person in the green room. Go ahead.
All right, let's make it quick. We're going to bring y'all in, ask your question, then we're going to do like lightning. My guy,
Cobra Tay! Cobra Tay!
What up, Tay?
And question is, have you ever met somebody that's like, they ever gave y'all a suggestion of a place to go to and y'all went and the place is terrible?
That's a good question. Have we ever been recommended a place to go and we went and the place was terrible?
As he and I, or just in life, my whole life in general? I don't think we have.
Yeah.
I think everything we've been told to go to has been fun. Because they usually, if somebody tells us to go somewhere, they've given us details of why they love it. It was this and it was that, and we went here and we were there. And us listening to that, if we're into that kind of thing, then we know we should go too. But yeah. I don't think, nowadays with Yelp reviews and reviews online and pictures and video stories, I don't think I can just show up somewhere and be disappointed by surprise.
I don't think that's happened to us.
Yeah. What made you ask?
No, it's just in the top of my head. Like a lot of people will recommend me places to go. Like, hey, I would suggest you go here, suggest you eat there. And then I look at the reviews. The review says good, but when I actually go, the service is actually terrible. It's trash.
Waffle
and
House.
I just wasted my money on nothing.
Darnell says, yeah, White Castle. That's funny.
The place is the bee's knees.
You love White Castle.
Yeah. Every time I go back to Detroit, I go.
Yeah, it's right by where you always pass by.
Yep.
Well, thank you for your question, Cobra Tay, representing Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore.
Always. And dope chain, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
And
it.
you
Sorry,
make-
we gotta... She's speeding the show up. You see how she's doing me. So apparently we got to do that to everybody. So anyway, hopefully next
59
week
minutes.
you come back, Tay, and we can have a longer conversation.
Thank you for
man.
the link.
All right,
We
my guy.
appreciate you. Bye, Ted.
Slick Tafari, what up, though, boy? Damn, Tay, what you touching stuff? I just had it. There we go.
Hi, Slick Tafari. We love hearing from you. Slick Tafari is calling in from Detroit.
West Side?
What is your update?
Well, kind of really don't have an update. Single. I'm not dating. I'm vibe checking.
I like that.
Like that
You
a lot.
know, it's like you know, if I don't want to take you out on a second date, it should be cool to say, all right, this is a vibe check. You know, I'm just filling you out, you filling me out, we checking each other out. And if we don't want to continue, then we'll leave it at this. We'll continue to date, have a nice time, and we move on. So that's basically what I'm doing as of now. My question is, have y'all ever had a friend or a close person or anybody close to y'all that has either went to a place, you know, a certain place, or said a certain thing, and you looked at them like, why am I even friends with you?
Give me an example.
Okay, I just ended a friendship. She was cool with me since like 9th grade. Well, this is a few years, you know, we've been tight. We never had sex or anything like that. We just been like, you know, connected. She said something along the lines of how she would raise her children. And it kind of smacked me in the face like, wow, all these years, and I never knew you would be like this or say something like that. So I kind of stopped texting her, stopped calling her, because I'm thinking like, yeah, like maybe she's like not the type I need to be hanging out with anymore.
What was the specific thing that turned you off about how she would raise her kids?
She said, basically, to sum it all up, if the child does something wrong, she has the right to discipline her, which, yes, you do. But it's a difference between discipline and
Beating?
yes, and abuse.
Are you for spanking? Are you okay with spanking a child?
I was spanked. I'm okay with certain styles of spanking.
You're not.
I'm not okay with whoopings. I'm not okay
with a pop on the hand.
Yeah, pop on the hand, or we used to do when we get out of line and say something out of line, we get popped in the mouth. Okay. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but it's difference between that and beating and abusing your child.
Okay.
So
discipline versus abuse.
Yeah. So I kind of left that alone.
But you've been friends with her since 9th grade, but you guys never dated. So you were just friends, or you were considering her as a more than that?
Well, we were talking about it. You know, we were talking about it moving forward and all that. That's where the conversation came up, and we started talking about different things, dislikes and likes. You know, and yeah, that kind of came up in conversation, and I didn't like that at all.
Well, I'm gonna say this to you, man. One, don't ever underestimate the influence you could have over and with someone you're in a relationship with if you guys have children, right? I was thinking that. You also have to remember she's speaking from the perspective of if she became a single mother, or if she is a single mother. It's like this is what she has to do because she has to be the law, the mom and the dad. But if the dad is around, she can find a better way. It's like, hey, don't whoop my daughter. I'll talk to my daughter. Or yo, you went a little hard on my son. I don't like that. Let's find a better way. But if she's doing it on her own, of course she's gonna find that as a solution. I look at my own sister.
Great advice.
And my own sister, this is the second piece of the advice. My sister has 2 children, and I made the mistake of inserting my opinion on how she should raise her kids. And when you do that, you have to understand how sensitive people are about their children. And keep in mind, it's their children. It's not yours. So if you're sharing a child with somebody, that's one thing. But don't prejudge her when you could be the difference in the decision.
Yes.
So I wouldn't say don't write her off. Yeah, that could be the greatest love of your life, and y'all know each other so long, and be able to have kids would be great.
And I will say, very good advice is what Ja Prince said to you. I was thinking the same thing. I think that's great advice because there are things that I may have believed in or that he may have believed in, and then when we come together and we see another side of it, we might change our mind for the better. So you dating her and being in her life might have made her realize, oh, I don't have to do the way I was raised. Because all of us were raised getting beat, going to get a switch outside, so our parents can leave wets and scars and bruises on us, and maybe that was a little too much, but then the hands-off timeout is a little too little. So that middle ground is what you have to figure out with the person that you're going to spend your life with and raise your kids with. Go ahead.
I was whooped. But now looking back on it, because of this conversation, it's like, man, did my mom want to whoop me or did she have to whoop me because she was the only one that was in the house to do it?
Just said.
Compared to my father, who was, in a different state.
Thank you, Mabato Watson, for the 100 stars.
So when I was with him, it wasn't a lot of disciplining because it's like, man, am I going to spend my time disciplining him or am I going to spend time enjoying him? So, but at the same time, I whooped my nephew when he was a kid because I was like, sometimes ignorance is just bliss. You just do what you know. So, just be open to being a difference maker.
Great advice, CT. He will be a great dad. Anger has no place in discipline. That's a good point. It's about emotional anger, not emotional anger during discipline. Bandersnatch says to you, it would be different if y'all were out, the kid acted, and she beat the snot out of the kid in front of you. That would be a reason to be like, maybe this ain't the right woman. But just a conversation, you could talk to her about that.
Yeah. It also depends on the kid. They're all different and respond to punishments differently. I'm glad you said that, Bandersnatch, because like I said, I mentioned I whooped my nephew when he was little. My sister was like, yeah, I had to stop whooping him. I'm like, nah, you don't stop because he need this and he need that. She was like, no, I realized with him, it wasn't getting anywhere because he still wasn't learning the lesson. I had to talk to him and for him to understand why what he did was wrong and then go on from there. And that made sense. And he was way easier to deal with from that. But my niece also wasn't getting whoopings, but she should have been getting whoopings.
Be trying to be gentle parent, but these kids don't be gentle kids. LOL, but there are ways to discipline your child without beating them.
I got disciplined one time from my stepdad, and I never forgot this to this day. I did something he didn't like, and he made me hold books. I had to hold a squat against the wall and hold books.
I did the same thing.
And I did the same thing. Like, yo, that was, I still remember that punishment to this day. So he didn't whoop me, but I would have rather got whooped. So
wall position. That's what it was called back in the day, wall position.
Yeah.
Then they add on books.
That's some of the stuff they do to people when they pledge them. Woo.
It's like, what do you want? Do you want a whooping or do you want to get told to do 300 push-ups and you can't get up until you do 300?
I'll take the 300, please.
Not till you get to 150 and your arms are shot. Whoop me, fam.
Thank you for your questions, Slick Tafari. Thank you for all the stuff you've shared with us. We love being all up in your business. So continue to come in, click in, give us the good questions, and start these great conversations. People are all chiming in on how to discipline kids. We don't have kids. We just doing this by observation, but thank you so much for contributing to our show.
All right, appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Love you back,
man.
Love
you back.
Also, don't let your kids walk over you. Like there are a lot of gentle parents that just let their kids run amok, and that's not helping anybody.
Doesn't help anybody. So we're backed up on memes. We'll just get to a few.
Nah, we're gonna be backed up because this has been a super solid episode.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, plus we got more for next week. We got a lot to talk about next week too.
Okay.
So thank you guys for watching. This has been a very fun.
What's coming up? Coming up
for me, I got a show tomorrow night, and then I will be doing absolutely nothing. Might go to the movies for a couple days this weekend. I don't have any shows booked as of yet, anyway. Yeah.
No kids or no kids yet. No kids.
No kids.
Man, my mom switched from whooping to militant punishment and talks. I prayed for the whoopings. That's funny, but the abs are popping. Okay, Bandersnatch.
That's what happens.
All right, I got a show July 15th. It's called Cannabis and Comedy. I'll put the information up when I get the flyer. And I'll be going to North Carolina this weekend, not to perform, just to hang out with people.
You're gonna end up going to perform somewhere.
I probably will. I'm gonna call a couple people when I'm at the airport and see if I can perform somewhere. But I'll let y'all know. But
you gonna miss me?
Probably by the third day. It takes me like 3 days, and I'll be like, dang.
It takes you 3 days to miss me?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the funny thing,
I can't
y'all.
be honest.
I remember, and this goes back to her not trusting me. I remember when she used to miss me when she woke up the next day. So now that I know that, you're gonna miss me 3 days in. I guess we'll talk on.
It doesn't mean I'm not gonna call you.
We can talk Saturday.
No, I'm gonna call you every day.
Then you'll be excited.
No, I'm gonna call you every day, but it takes me a couple days to be like, dang, he's not cuddling me. Like I'm talking mess, but it is hard for me to sleep when you're not in bed.
Man, you need somebody to sleep next to, and then you're not gonna miss me for 2 more days after that. It's a cold game out here, boy. Get married, everybody.
Oh, no, you're the person I want to sleep next to. I don't just want to have a substitute. What are you talking about?
You don't miss me, Tan.
What are you talking about?
You don't care about
me. You gonna
me.
be on movie dates. Keep it smooth is in the building.
Keep it smooth.
He said I got 5 kids, so you know I know about discipline.
Ooh, if I could,
I probably had to get out of here.
I'd give you the world.
Now you read it.
I got 5 kids, so you know I'm about disciplining kids. You don't need different. Wait a minute. Oh, you do need different approaches for different kids. Sometimes the belt works. Sometimes you got to grab a switch for older. A chest punch. LOL. Man, I remember my mother never punched me. My older sister punched me in the chest one time because it's like she raised me too. So she punched me one time. I was like 8 years old. My chest wasn't even developed. It hurt. And she's a girl, but she's 8 years older than me. So she had tapped into her grown woman strength. Never forgot that. I ain't never forget nobody who put their hands on me in my life.
Yeah, because remember the time I had punched you?
I still talk about it.
You still talk about it.
Tanjareen punched me in the jaw, boy. And here's the thing. When she punched me in my jaw, I understood how boxers lose matches. Because when you get hit in the face, it stumbles you. You don't have all your faculties. You literally just got your brain just shook when you get hit in the face. So it's like, and if that person follows up with another one, that's how they fall. So I respect boxers more.
Yeah, I'm glad. All meme episode next week?
Who?
All meme episode next week?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could do a lot of memes next week so we could clear out the cache.
All right.
The cache.
Thank you guys for cachet?
No, it's not cachet.
I thought it was cachet.
It's cash. Clear out the cache. The cache.
All right.
Clear out the cache.
Bye, baby. Say bye.
You want to buy?
Bye.
It's so good talking to y'all, man. I was looking forward to today's episode. Sorry about that. Sorry about my kerfuffle earlier, ladies.
When you said it's not gonna change?
Yeah. I was like, why aren't the ladies giving me my props? And then I was like, oh, I said it'll never change. I meant,
why aren't the ladies giving me my props?
We thought it would never change.
When she punched you, did the slow motion music from your videos play in your head?
Boom, 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 boom.
Boo, boo, boo. Get out of here, babe. You said you wanted to go. Hang up.
Here's the problem. I don't have anything to do after this. So I'm gonna do it more stuff. No, I'm joking. All right, y'all. Always a pleasure. Have I seen the white light real quick? Listen, I couldn't move my body. She hit me in the face, and it was like, for 2 seconds, I was stumbled.
Sorry, I had to do that to you.
I mean, that's the double standard because
you made me do it.
If these arms, they weren't big as they are now back then. Weren't. But if these arms hit somebody and somebody kill a spider.
Hang up.
You want to get out of here?
Yeah, so we're not going to read memes.
What you going to do?
I'm going to run some errands so I can pack. I'm going to cook for you. All that stuff.
Why you rolling your eyes? You ain't going to cook for another week and a half, apparently.
Goodbye, everybody. We're not talking about nothing.
You ain't got no heart no more, man. I remember you used to have a heart. Remember you used to have a heart?
You really don't have nowhere to go.
Tanjareen, JT Thomas. What is JT? CT Wink, if she beating you, I will tell y'all. She hits me. You seen her choke me on camera earlier. Nobody cares when it's the guy.
All right.
Let Tanjareen be getting choked.